Hi, I'm Kim Robbins, and I am going to teach you how to do a very, very basic bone broth today. So this is bone broth 101. Okay, so what I have here is my crock pot. It's just a simple crock pot and a rotisserie chicken carcass, and then some other leftover bones and cartilage and connective tissue. I know that sounds gross, right? I froze it in there, throw that right in there. So we're going to start with the chicken. And then I have a gigantic sweet onion. I just chopped it up into some big pieces here. I'm going to be making a keto zuppa toscana this weekend. So I want my own broth. It calls for 5 cans of bone broth or regular broth, low sodium broth. I'm going to make my own because there's so many more benefits to it. Like bone broth is loaded with vitamin and minerals. I'm going to break these apart just a little bit. Vitamin B being one of them. And it has amino acids. So it has all those building blocks for connective tissue, for joint health. Is loaded with anti-inflammatory properties. I wrote a couple little things down so I don't forget anything. And, oh, there's another onion. I'm just going to pop in some whole carrots here. As I talk, I try to talk about it. So a couple things you might want to add to your bone broth to help it get all of the goodies out of the bones and the joints is a little bit of cider vinegar. Or if you're doing beef broth, wine, the acid in the wine itself or in the vinegar itself will help to break down the cartilage and the joints. Okay, so here you can see I just have some peppers. A little bit of celery. These are just the chops from what we ate this week. Pop those in there. This is going to be so yummy. In like an hour, the whole house is going to smell so good. So good. Okay, so let's see. In bone broth, actually, there could be up to 10 grams of protein in just 8 ounces of bone broth. So, right? So yummy, so good. It boosts your immune system. It's good for digestion. Look at this. Here's some celery. Pop that in there. Good. And some more frozen carrots. I just save it up. Just keep saving it up. Put it in your freezer, right? It's not hurting anything. Throw it in your freezer. There you go. You put that in there. Okay. So today I'm going to use vinegar because I am doing chicken. If I do beef, sometimes I use red wine. Put a little bit of vinegar in there. Good. And I, of course, like to season with some nice bay leaves. Okay. You've heard about like conjointin, right, being so good for your joints. Well, this is where you get it from. Not bay leaves, but from the bone broth. From the joints of the bone broth. All right, so now we're going to do some seasoning. I'm just going to do a veggie seasoning. I could never do a cooking channel. Too many bloopers. Black peppercorn is excellent to add in. You can put garlic. I love lots of onion in mine. So you're getting that joint bone broth, but also you're getting the vitamins and minerals from the vegetables. Okay, last but not least, I add my water. So I got a jug of water here. I'm going to pour that right over the top. I think that's going to be just enough to cover the top of the bones. You don't dilute it too much. Perfect amount of water right there. Okay. So I'm going to cover this up and I'm going to bring it to a boil. Should a crock pot takes a little bit longer. I'm going to bring it to a boil, and then when it comes to a boil, then I'm going to let it simmer probably until about 7 or 8 o'clock tonight, which would be about 6 hours. You can go longer if you want to go longer. And then when it comes to a boil, let it simmer and then take it down, let it cool. When it cools, then drain it off carefully. When you got your broth, put it in a container, stick it in the refrigerator. And then the next day, I'll skim all the fat off the top. And then you'll have like this thick jelly-like substance in there. And that's all the conjointin, all the glutamine, that's all that good stuff for your joints. Boost the immune system. And I hope that this helps you to make some bone broth out of all your scraps. Don't waste anything. It's way better than what you can buy at the store. Have a great day.